Hello, guys. Let's start. Came a little bit later than usual, but I came. That's what matters. And let's play. I might think, who knows, we could play 1v1s because these days, why not? Why not? Uh, no promises. We all know what happens in 1v1s, but at least we might put on a show. And even if it's to get hype or attention, sometimes even when you lose successively, people might actually have interest in the opponent that steamrolls you in the way that the strategy uses. It's not anything personal, and it actually allows to learn. And eventually, even myself, I sometimes learn. Oh my God, he's using something. All right, all right. And so I couldn't care less about ELO. I care more about doing something I like, and eventually, if you like this game, you'll also stick around and enjoy. So here we go. Um, I was not thinking about doing any 1v1 particular session, but let's start with any civ. Which one could I go with this time? I was playing with Persians yesterday, so why not? Let's go with Persians. Maps that I'm going to ban. No, I don't want this. I don't like water maps. I'm not. Or well, I'll ban the water maps. Yeah, we'll keep the water maps out, and that's how we will play. And obviously, we welcome, uh, whatever the outcome might be, even if it's disastrous. Well, we'll still play, and I think it's more important because some people, I've seen this experience when we're playing team games, there might be less interest. Uh, People either because you're also playing with with other people as well. It it doesn't feel as it might not feel as interesting. Now, in what concerns me, I personally actually I find it interesting when I'm seeing 1v1s. The problem is of doing 1v1s is that obviously you need to be in a relatively good shape. Uh, you cannot be stressed. You cannot. You really need to have a certain state of mind. And well, lately, in the past month, basically, at least during 1 month, it has been impossible. But I think I'm finding, small glimpses where I can practice 1v1s, and that's what I'm going to do. Even if it's disastrous, we are still playing. Because I know some people only watch if it's 1v1s. Now, don't get me wrong, I know how it works. Some people just get steamrolled,
صحيح
and I might
معمار
just be fully
أريدنا
steamrolled.
معمار
But
صحيح
it is a choice. It is a choice. You guys know that I've
آماده
been kind of
علوف
around for
جمع
this game
کن
in this game for some time. That I did not
سلام
necessarily
علوف
play
جمع
to the
کن
best of my abilities because real life circumstances, and that will still happen. It will still maintain. But I tell you one thing I value: people who are doing this either not just professionally to get money and to make a living out of this, but because they really like, they care about the community, they care to provide fun or good moments. And even I personally myself, there were times where
علوف جمع
I
کن
I even enjoyed watching those streams of other particular streamers, either because I was not that very positive about other things, not necessarily pessimistic in life, but
آماده
those
کنم
those streams, they provide me some glorious
معمار
moments, and I really did enjoy that. So I am sticking around for all these good people in the game.
آری
Yes, there are rotten apples everywhere, and I tell you, AoE2
سلام
is also full of that. But it's not just AoE2, you have rotten apples a little bit everywhere. And in what concerns me, I'll still play around. By the way, I'll say this guy here. good. Even, win or lose, we are already winning if we are kind of streaming this game, because as I realized, uh, this game has so many layers that it makes it already difficult to be like in the trendiest games around. So I think just for that, there's a little bit of respect for the people who still have interest and passion in a game that is not, oh, the trendiest of trends. And it's understandable. I mean, look, as a streamer, I could pivot. I could just be doing other types of stream as well, saying, okay, AoE2 maybe might not be that fashionable in compared to those, like, Fortnite, Valorant, these kinds of big things. But it's not because of that that I'm going to stop streaming AoE2. I mean, I don't mind to also try to stream other content, but I will not simply stop streaming this AoE2 content because, it's not in trend. And I don't want you to perceive me as a person who only streams AoE2 because it is trendy. It's not the aim. And also, by the way, there are people who've been working on this game even long before this was that trendy. Yes, there were the pro scenes, we know that, but pro scenes or not, there's a lot of people involved. This is really one the good things in this game. We love it, and either functional team games when I get them. I could also be playing with friends, if we have like organized schedules and everything. That's also a choice. So when I do the 4v4s and I subject myself to the clown games, I understand that it's okay. Because when you go for the 4v4s, it's like you're playing on your own. You don't have the time or the energy to play 1v1s, and you resort to that 4v4 as a sort of compensation. It's more like I'm not playing this for a very long time, so I expect a streak of losses. And by the way, true that I have not bought the DLC, but look, I have no obligation to buy the DLC as quickly as possible. That's not how it works with me. I usually like to see the new civs in action, understand them a little bit, and then there's going to be buffs. There's going to be an important nerf slash buff that's coming around. That will happen, and for that reason, I will see how things go after the buff. But I tell you already one thing: the decision to do these 3 civs instead of 5 crazy civs like the other time already is an improvement. Understand that my timings are not that perfect, but I'm not here to do the perfect timings. To do those perfect timings, I would need to have some time and do those things. I do it because I know some people, they really come for 1v1s, and once you don't do 1v1s, they start to either lose interest or they think it's not that worthwhile. I can understand that because maybe the 1v1s feel more personal, and I really applaud the people who have the time and conditions to play it. I don't know what kind of map this is. Oh, well, what did this speak? Because the logic of team games and 1v1s is very much different. What will happen? Scout rush? Let's see if this thing can. That's a lot of Ilzy, right? I'm acting like a clown. You'd say if the pros would watch this, say, what the heck are you doing? Dude, that's exactly what happens when you're not playing 1v1s for some time. And it's fine. I'm rusty. I'm rusty. It's just that. It's oh my god. I mean, don't you like to have some good time even if when you lose games? No. I don't say I lose games here because I'm winning in real life. I'm not going to that kind of pretense. But there is some joy too in these kinds of little games and the banter that we do in between team game players as well. Because mostly, of course, now I'm playing 1v1s, but most of these players I also happen to face them in team games on my side or against me, and it is completely different. So I actually like to enjoy these good moments. If by some circumstance you happen to not be around, I unfortunately do not come at the most recommendable times, not for probably children, unless you're in a specific time zone, and in that case, that's fine. But, you know, that's what you can do these days. At least I walled myself, right? This is good. We could do a market. What the? Oh, it's kind of rugged, the terrain. What kind of weird game is this here? This map? And I tell you guys, if you play bad this game, it's not a problem. He's going to steamroll me, I think. That's what I would do. That's going to be a short game. It's going to be short-lived. I expect a castle drop. Yeah, something of the kind. He went for a fast castle though, so who knows? I think he's surprised. Oh, at least the guy closed himself. Not bad. Okay, I'm here. I'll play better the next time. This is more like let's restart the whole process. What? What the? Why is this? Oh, because of this. Well, at least I understood the problem. And now, of course, this villager goes the other way around. I'm here. My build orders are obviously late, but that's not a problem, guys. The most important thing is I'm playing 1v1s from time to time. Even if the rank like goes to smithereens, I couldn't care less at this stage. I expect him to do a castle drop. I would do that, given the conditions. we will go fast him. I can't build anything here. That's weird.
آماده.
What is he going to bring? Knights? I don't know. Do this. Oh, because why not?
آری. معمار. سلام. معمار. آماده. سلام. صحیح. آری. معدنچی.
Do something weird here. Something atypical. He obviously has far more town centers than me at this time. And he will limp fast. I would do that if I were him. Rare. This is a rare terrain. I think it is around the map. It looks like it. And by the way, I need to secure wood. So I will do a town center. Wait. I see. Hello there. That's his base. I see. Right.
آری. صحیح. آری. معمار. سلام.
This here.
آماده.
And we're going to get through this place. I went for a fast castle. That too has its own risks. Najas. Snake.
آری. معمار.
Need to make more farms. Guys, Byzantines. Let's pay him a visit with our 2 camels. Ooh! Ooh! Hey, we killed a veil, guys. He already is doing that. What can I do here? More town centers. This is going to win because I have different timings, you know? And, they're slower than usual. No, I'm not cheating you, it's just that I think I'm like way too behind.
آماده. صحیح. معمار. سلام. معمار. آری. معمار. صحیح. آری. صحیح.
Ideally, I would start to have big farms everywhere, but the game is not going to be like that. We have another town center.
آری.
shows off. It shows off that I'm late.
سلام چوب بر
Damn it. We need to get ourselves some wood. Disperse town centers.
چوب بر
Last imp. That shows we got a pro here. And since he's faster, I will have problems because you know with Persians you need time to grow. This guy obviously is faster.
آری آماده معمار
Let's just play around and hope that we can do something.
سلام آری معمار
I expect reproduction as soon as possible.
آماده معمار آری
He went for a fast imp, but where is his army? I know that he's open though. Chemistry already. That signals he might be going archers. This.
سلام آری
He will surprise me someplace. I don't believe he's going to just, oh,
معمار
just stay around and that's it. Oh, there's another relic on the other corner of the map. I'm not exactly the expert on picking relics.
سلام
You try to do what you can, I guess.
آماده آری صحیح آری چوب بر
Oh, hand cannoneers. I see. So with hand cannoneers, the kind of army I need is archers. That's a very specific plan.
آری
Ah, okay.
سلام آماده
He's completely fine with me.
آری
He's going to attack the town center. That's going to try to produce archers non-stop. Though it's difficult, as I think the guy will be steamrolling me with that. Castle in my face. Huh? Very smart. So what can I do here? So I did resist a little bit.
آری معمار آماده معمار سلام کنم آری آری
I tried to go up.
آماده معمار معمار آماده آری
What? How can hand cannoneers be that strong?
معمار سلام معمار آری سلام
That's troubling. He will win. I mean, this is not
آری
a fight I can reasonably win.
آماده سلام آماده آری 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 آری
Anyway, I will do something else. I don't know what.
آماده کنم
It
معمار
feels like this is a very much clown strategy. S-
آری معمار آری آماده
There's the blacksmiths. I can't do that research.
صحیح آری
And I will
آری
switch my villagers to someplace else.
آماده کنم آری معدنچی سلام صحیح کنم معمار
Right? The guy is going to clown me with the castles. That's a bit of a complication here. How am I supposed to fight this? It sounds like a rehearsed strategy.
آماده معماری معماری صحیح کنم معمار
There's the monastery. I'm going to... My god. I don't have any wood. That's the problem. It's chaotic. Chaotic. What is this guy here? I mean... hard, I guess. This is obvious a pro player. No doubts.
آماده
So...
معمار
he says things. Wow, the ego trips of these guys. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Good copy pasta. This is a good copy pasta. I'm not sure I can try to help him.
آری کنم
I can try to stop that. I will try, you know. I will keep trying, but you know, he's steamrolling fast. Oh wait, I've got villagers here. They could escape. Uh, I am not sure I can do something here.
آماده آری شوپور سلام صحیح آری
If only I could do more of these.
آری معمار صحیح سلام شوپور معمار
Cavalry archers.
آماده کنم معماری معمار معمار آری سلام معمار آری صحیح آری صحیح
We also need markets here.
آماده معمار سلام شوپور آری شوپور آری معمار آماده معمار سلام آماده صحیح آری کنم آری آری صحیح کنم صحیح کنم
Reviving them to a more comfortable place. I mean, the score is obviously not possible for me to fight, but there's a pro on the other side. It's certainty. It's just that I'm trying to see if it still is possible to defend against a copy pasta like that. You have to test out your strategies. He's dehousing me non-stop. If only I could get the elephants going. Well, I get that. The guy has guild power trips. He's power tripping. He already knows where I am. Now he knows. Now he knows. He knows that I have a castle. I will do a blacksmith. The guy went super fast. When it was 28 minutes, he was already in. Like, what would you expect? against the Byzantine spam. Hmm. Dear Rig, oh my god. Oh my god, this is another clown, man. That's you see, it's too many castles. A signature of you know the Smurf backstabber. This was obvious. I could not do anything, which is obvious. Uh, and you know, there is an immense skill disparity. The guy might be playing, you know, with a 1,000 elo account, but I assure you, he's not 1,000. He's far above that. Anyway, he won the game, and it's not a game I could win. You know, it's I was just trying to see if when you're facing this copy paste of hand cannoneers castle, you know, as soon as possible in 28 or 30 minutes simp, you can still fight that. And I guess it's a little bit of a race to the bottom line because with the Byzantines, you can spam your trash very fast in Imperial Age. So not only got to the Imperial Age faster than usual, I would say 28 minutes is super fast. I would only be in by 35 or 40 minutes, and this guy at 28 minutes, all zoomed, all locked in. So there you have it. He had the need to steal all the gold and even power tripping me with castles. That signals he was toying me the whole play around. He was literally toying me. Now against this, it's difficult because Persians is only strong very late game, and this is exactly the opposite Civ. It's faster in because you have a cheaper imp. You do not get the best elite war elephants, but if you win the game early on, if you're trying to do these, it's a little bit irrelevant. Now you might be watching to see how I react or this, but I'm not reacting. I was just trying to see if there was anything possible. And you know, when I play the team games, I also face these guys on the other side. It becomes a little bit impossible. Uh, and doing 1v1s is the same thing. I mean, if this game had more traction and more people playing, you would see obviously people with far less experience and not the so-called monster smurfs, you know, the pro players using their 10 billionth account. But even when it's the case, and even if I cannot take the wins, I really don't mind because I'm trying to see what kind of thing they're doing, and if it's possible to beat a button masher. Now, of course, as the first game since a long time, this would not be possible. There was a very strong score difference, and I was trying to capitalize, you know, using this map as sort of a practice session. What can I still do in spite of, you know, having relics here and there? And one of the ideas would be to try to resist, but the problem is he just already had his halbards. One point would be if I had like my archers, uh, with ballistics and everything, I think I would be able to, you know, to counter him. But he was just too fast and too aggressive, and a player, especially if you're untrained, you literally cannot fight against that. Remember, usually I normally face very experienced players on the other side. You know, people who use alt accounts, and generally the game is impossible for me. But even then, even when the game it's fixed in the way that I can't win. I still try to learn and get things here and there, and I also congratulate the player. I mean, it's easy for him. I mean, there's no big honor because he's winning a player with much less skills than him. But in that case, it's sort of a little bit of a privilege to me to learn the little things that he's doing. Not that I necessarily do the same strategy or I will apply that, But it's just a way to get the flavors of what's going on in terms of strategies. For example, it looks like with Byzantines, you're doing castles these days, and the halberd fast production halberd is going well, along with 10 cannoneers, which is okay, and I'm totally fine with that. You know, there could be a name of me trying to win and get to the best possible yellows. And at this stage, I'm actually more interested in getting people, um, even with a spite of curiosity, looking at the game, understanding things. Oh, sure, it might get boring, and it might get boring to see, players being steamrolled over and over by the same kind of pro situation. But look, even then, you can watch a game taking place, and as long as you're not fussed up about it and you understand what's going on, then what matters is that you're playing, you're eventually bringing people to the game. And I'm not talking here from the highest pro towers, I don't have my alt accounts. I just play with this account. I know that there are pros who play with I don't know how many dozens or hundreds of accounts. So you could have an account on main Elo, which is almost 3,000 Elo, and 100 accounts dispersed over the Elo system, from 100 to 1,500. It's fine. I'm still going to play. Uh, I'm not here for to show you in guild power tripping egos. I'm just here playing as a normal dude who shows that in spite of the difficulty, this game still has a true interest. It still can be interesting. Well, I already had my win, so for me, it's not about uh, getting to the top of the top scene. We can all enjoy and have fun in this game, even if you're not the the top player here. And I think it is a mistake. The people who only watch AoE2 as a sport where they want just to see the Federers, they just want to see the top player and anybody else is shit. I really think it's such a bad attitude. And if you really like a sport, you technically should enjoy all the games in each leagues and not just look at the league you're interested in. Because then it's an act of hypocrisy. You don't fully like the game. If you like the game, you're not going to stick with only the top two or the top three players and say anything else doesn't exist. You are not going to clown that. I mean, there are many players playing the AO2 scene, and I think it's okay if you just switch to the main players. But if you only switch to the main players and you disregard the rest of us, I think you're missing out. You're missing out because when you like a sport, you're not just going to watch the number one, the number two, or the number three. Because it sounds like you're hollow. It's like those finance dudes who say, "Hey, what is this best guy here? Oh, I'm going to watch so just so that you have a social leverage. Oh, I'm watching this top guy here. I'm watching that." No, you watch a sport because you like, because you have a passion. And if you don't have that passion and you're watching just because it gives you, a sort of social thing, well, I couldn't care less. I think it's important if you like a sport, you watch every kind of game. It's a bit like you like football, but you're only going to watch the top two teams playing in a country. You're not watching anything else because anything else is useless. No, come on, you a little bit of humbleness is good. And for me, in my case, I sometimes watch some football games. I don't mind. I don't mind to watch different types of teams, and I'm not just going to watch the number one or the number two. Come on, that's the logic of sport. I will say GLHF. I'm not sure though if you agree with this kind of idea, but when we like sport or game, we watch all. It's if you like tennis, you're not just going there to watch the number ones. What the heck? So you only watch those TV tournaments, Wimbledon, and you don't watch anything else? Come on. How can you be a tennis fan if you say yourself that? That's snobbish. That's snobbish.
آماده آری شکارچی میکنم آری شکارچی آری آماده سلام
There
آری
goes the piggy.
سلام جنوب جمع کن آری شکارچی
Somehow the villager was stubborn. He didn't want to move. Oh, these are papaya trees. I forget that you can take fruit from these.
آری معمار آماده صحیح
With Dinkas here this time. Might be a little bit different.
معمار آری معمار آماده شکارچی سلام
Oh, I forgot that.
صحیح سلام آری آماده سلام شکارچی سلام آری آماده آماده صحیح شکارچی سلام صحیح آماده شکارچی سلام صحیح
The scout has lost significant its HPs.
شکارچی شکارچی صحیح شکارچی آماده سلام شکارچی سلام آماده شکارچی
Need more,
صحیح
more of this.
معمار سلام کنم معمار آری آماده
This as well. And we go up at some point.
آماده صحیح میکنم معمار آری شکارچی سلام علوف جمع کن صحیح معمار
No, I know that with Dinkas you can do the Champy scouts. I was a little bit silent because of that.
معمار سلام صحیح
Could be massing them. That's the
آری صحیح میکنم معمار
سلام صحیح
That's
جمع کن آری جمع کن
معمار آماده میکنم معمار
almost there.
آری آماده کنم
You know that I like to wall because besides being a style I'm accustomed to play, I know some players just go fast and furious, and you know it's good basics for me.
آری صحیح
You might call me a little bit of a builder here.
آری سلام معدنچی آماده آری معمار آماده معدنچی سلام آری میکنم صحیح میکنم معمار آماده صحیح
This to close that area. You might expect Champy scouts, warriors, right? Champy warriors.
سلام
So many things about the game lately.
آماده معمار
I try to keep it entertaining at the same time. But I'm also focused on relearning a few game skills, which I will probably forget again. You know, it's the problem of the people who eventually have to work out their lives as well outside of AoE2. You just can't have your cake and eat it.
آری
Spinning on the wood and this kind of approach. Oh, at least we walled, right? This feels like we are walling. And then we start to do some farms.
آری صحیح آماده معمار میکنم چوب سلام صحیح میکنم چوب
You know where the guy is.
آری معمار
first farm. Well, we are doing farms at least. His villagers are unloaned, which means I might attack them. Unloaned villagers. This is inviting me for scouts, but I don't have farming economy, so I'll go for this instead. I'll try to get more villagers. He's going for the chompies. I loomed his vills. The guy loomed his vills. Alright. Alright. It feels like he might have a bad time. Another villager. I'm going to lose another vill. The basic things I still know. The very basic things. I move faster than your little things. Then we do a market. Oops! Nice. You trapped me. You trapped me well here. Not going to back down there. That's not gonna happen. Now we'll try to go up once that's possible. Let's go. More scouts coming. That's my play. Doubling down now. It's trouble now. Okay, that is not that problematic. These two villagers are going where they should go. These villagers, they're vulnerable. Back. Micro here. They're fast. These champions. Interesting. Let's go up.
آماده معمار
Fetching armors. Interesting.
آری صحیح آری معدنچی
He's massing his units, which is a very good thing.
صحیح آری برد
We're not done yet here. Villager dead. Good.
آماده
Something. Might go crossbows. Once you get enough gold. Why are we starting to lag as soon as we reach Castle Age? Dude, what is this? Why is the game freezing? I was disconnected from this. Guys, I'm having lag freezes, which is so strange. Apparently, somebody is hacking the stream. Sorry. Lag issues. So I've been having lag problems. It's time to hit that. His arm is dead. It's GG for him. Alright. I mean, the champions are strong. The thing is that you need to strike at the right times. Probably on Dark Age, I would have more vulnerabilities. And for some reason, as soon as I started to see the Champy warrior close, put the villagers and get the Champy. Just get the Champy. He was literally left with no HPs. The guy was open, doing these settlements. Seriously, I have not bought the new DLC, but it's because I want to see not just post-release, but after the buff and the rebuff, because usually when there's a new patch update, and it will come eventually, you'll have adjustments, right? And usually the new tools that become available and suddenly are too strong, they tend to be nerfed down. So it's only after that balance, after that rebalancing, should I say, that we will see the final effect and how worthy it is to play with new civs and how. Actually, I would say I already can say the new civs are worth it, but you just need to learn how to practice with them, especially by the time those nerfing elements take place. And yeah, it doesn't matter. The yellow, the guy here has its first game, but it could be another profile, whatever. But as you can see, games can be a very different disparity. You can have very pro players like the guy was playing the Byzantine Civ. You also can have these types of players. The most important thing is that people enjoy and have some fun while playing their favorite game. I'm being sarcastic, but I mean, there are games I just don't feel like playing. You try to play, for example, marbles. You try to play others, and they just don't ring to me anything. It's like it enters one ear and it leaves the other ear. It's it's not a game I'm interested in, the type of, either playing cards or those flashcards easy games. I prefer something a little bit more in depth like this. There was a time where I also played a little bit of other types of games. I played a long time ago Run Escape when I was not even streaming, like several galaxies far away, a long time ago. And I sometimes I might look into it, though I don't play that much thing anymore. That doesn't mean I have no interest at all. It's just that I probably am more focused in AoE2 scene. And we continue to play with the Persians. We got Spanish this time. Okay, nice.
صحیح صحیح علوف جمع کن
Feels different when you have
سلام
a
علوف جمع
GLHF.
کن
That's the reason. Oh
آری
no!
آماده
God damn it! I
معمار
should do the two
سلام
houses.
آری
Isn't that
معمار
stupid?
آری صحیح
What the heck is this?
آری علوف جمع کن سلام علوف جمع کن
I already
آماده
lost a
علوف
little bit of
جمع
time with
کن
that kind of thing. I know that
آری علوف
Spanish do
جمع
build
کن
faster. So I probably will be having conks into my base very soon because of that little bit of delay. I guess sometimes I
سلام
betray
علوف جمع
myself and I
کن
also play myself, as you can see. It does. Even pro players lose.
آماده
There's no
علوف
difference
جمع
into
کن
that.
آری میکنم
سلام
علوف جمع کن
Why this house is not fully built? Just a little bit of a hammer, and we're done. The lumber camp. I usually do this. Could be worse, I think. Overall, it's not the end of the world. I'm not seeing the boars. Where are the boars?
آماده
Have
علوف
they been
جمع
winged?
کن
Could be.
معمار
Some players decide to go for that kind of strategy. They lame the boards. I saw one. It's a rhino. Over here, yes.
شکارچی
آری شکارچی
سلام آماده آری صحیح میکنم سلام چوب بر شکارچی
شکارچی
آماده سلام آری
Get here.
صحیح میکنم آری
Sometimes a rock.
شکارچی
There we go. The rhino has
سلام
been
میکنم
hunted,
معمار
captured. And then we keep adding
Ori.
villagers, all
معمار
those things. Man, it's getting cold outside. My hands are freezing. It seems like we're in the middle of the winter.
آماده صحیح آری میکنم صحیح
I'm going to
آری
get
صحیح
this rhino.
آری شکارچی آری آری چوب بر آماده میکنم صحیح
آماده علوف جمع کن شکارچی
شکارچی آری صحیح
آری
سلام علوف جمع آری صحیح آری
آماده آری صحیح آری صحیح
آری شکارچی
سلام آری صحیح کنم
Damn it.
آری علوف
Bill
جمع
is
آری
not going
شکارچی
in the right directions. More villagers here. Keep exploring the map.
آری صحیح معمار آماده صحیح معمار
Little by little, we try to make some. I don't know. So he's on berries, and he's open.
سلام
I think this player is far more aggressive than the previous one.
معمار آماده معمار
We'll see how this goes.
سلام
Not gonna lie,
علوف جمع
feels
کن
like it's going to be harder this time.
آری سلام آری چوب بر آماده صحیح معمار
علوف جمع کن علوف جمع کن
Clutter.
سلام صحیح کنم آری صحیح معمار آماده کنم معمار سلام
Pictures on wood.
آماده آری آری صحیح آری صحیح آری آماده
میکنم صحیح
سلام آری
آری علوف جمع
My
کن
villagers are looming. He's not gonna have
سلام
آری
his
آری
way.
میکنم
No,
آماده
he's going to try.
معمار سلام
میکنم
He's going for a scout rush. Guaranteed.
معمار
آماده صحیح معمار معمار
سلام آری
We have to
معمار
move.
معمار آری آری معمار معمار
And I say he's going for a scout rush because
معمار
he already used his scouts to
آماده
attack.
معمار
آماده معمار
It's like you're
آری
signaling what you want to do.
آری صحیح
سلام
صحیح آری
آماده
آری آری صحیح
This
معمار
can be
سلام
closed. And this can be closed as well.
صحیح آری
میکنم
Closing this part
معمار
too.
آماده معمار معمار آری چوب بر آری صحیح چوب بر سلام معمار آماده
معمار سلام آری معمار آماده
آری
آری معمار سلام آری معمار
آری سلام
صحیح معمار آری معمار سلام صحیح معمار
Oh no, there's
معمار
this gap here.
آری کنم
آماده
صحیح چوب
سلام صحیح آری صحیح
آری کنم
آماده
آماده
Let's see if this is closed. I think this is closed. Something tells me it is.
سلام
آماده صحیح آری آری معدنچی سلام
You cannot play with these guys. I sensed he was going to to go for a scout rush,
معدنچی
so I had to wall myself.
معمار
Of course, we did not have to spend any wood,
علوم جمع
and I had to spend all the wood in the world. But you see, scouts already.
آری صحیح
The guy went for a fast speed scout rush. I hope it holds.
آری آماده معمار
معمار
سلام معمار آری
میکنم معمار
آماده معمار
His economy is much better than mine, but I tell you. Oh my, Bill's already walled. No way, I cannot win this game.
سلام معمار
See, they thought he could. He thought he could be getting in.
تعمیرکار
آماده معمار
آری صحیح معمار آماده تعمیرکار
سلام آری صحیح معمار آماده صحیح میکنم
Need to be careful of the things he's doing.
صحیح معمار
تعمیرکار
And this guy is micro
آماده
expert.
چوب برد
سلام تعمیرکار آماده معمار
آری چوب برد
I'll always have less villagers than him.
سلام آری تعمیرکار صحیح تعمیرکار آری
سلام چوب آماده معمار سلام تعمیر آری آماده صحیح معمار سلام آری معمار
سلام تعمیرکار معدنچی
آماده صحیح آری میکنم چوب برد
We could do more villagers on the wood line.
سلام آری تعمیر کار
آماده تعمیرکار
Also take note that these players usually
آری
they have things perfected.
آماده معمار
آماده
And
آری
look how fast he went.
سلام
چوب برد آری
آری صحیح برد آماده
تعمیر کار
سلام
معمار
Lumber camp.
آری آری صحیح معمار آماده
تعمیر کار
آری معمار سلام
تعمیر کار
آری تعمیرکار
سلام آری معمار
آماده تعمیرکار سلام تعمیرکار آری آماده صحیح تعمیرکار
Got that.
سلام
Now the market.
آری معمار آماده سلام آری تعمیرکار آری معمار
آری
آری
He's going to go up. I don't believe he's just. Oh. We're clowning around. And that's it.
آماده آری معمار تعمیرکار آماده معمار آری تعمیرکار
آمادگی کنم معمار
سلام تعمیرکار آماده ماست
I think we'll have conks. Okay.
آری سلام
try to go up as well.
معدنچی فرمان سلام کنم معمار
سلام میکنم معدنچی
آماده آری آری
We'll have trouble if we see conchs very soon.
آماده معدنچی
آری معدنچی
I would say the Spanish usually have advantage in this game at the lack of other
آماده
elements.
آری کنم آری
آری صحیح
سلام صحیح
آری
آماده
We'll
صحیح
take the stone here.
معمار
آری کنم سلام صحیح معدنچی فرمان آماده فرمان آماده
Realize
آری
that
کنم
we actually have good resources.
آری
If
معمار
only I had a
سلام
little bit more
میکنم
farmers.
معمار
فرمان کنم آماده آری کنم فرمان کنم آماده آری
He's
کنم
probably coming with conchs.
فرمان کنم
That's what I expect from the Spanish player.
آری 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 آماده آری آری آماده آری فرمان آری آری
Lost.
آماده سلام معمار آری آماده
آری معمار
آری
Nope.
آری تعمیرکار
What the? What is this?
آری کنم معمار
Ah,
معمار معمار سلام
what a clown, man.
معمار
What a clown is this guy?
آری آماده فرمان آری 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 آری
No, no, no. Get
فرمان
آری معمار
آماده فرمان
آری معمار
knights, 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 knights. Any way I can stop this craziness?
معمار
آماده حمله آری آری آری
Sucks.
معمار
آری
معمار آری
Well, the guy is obviously a pro. I knew it.
صحیح برد
Basically,
معمار
a definition for a Smurf in disguise.
معمار
Again, no surprises. But there is something we can do.
آری معمار آری میکنم معمار
معمار سلام معمار آماده معمار
آری معمار
سلام
I'm not sure what he's converting. I can't see it.
سلام میکنم
آماده معمار
آری معمار
But this feels like I'm being clowned.
آماده معمار سلام
Castle straight into my face. Who is this player?
آری معدنچی آماده معمار
Ah, smart, huh?
معمار
Wow, what is this? Wow, smart. Wow. What is this? Can you tell me how I can stop this? So he's calling me with this. I don't know what's how to protect against this. I don't think it's looking at the aggression. This is this this game is too hard. Who are you, dude? Like what is this? Okay, done. Okay, bro. Whatever. So this dude here is obviously a Smurf. You see it. I mean, look me at this. I was choked in every point, and I said, "Okay, what is this game?" And he said, "GG." Like if he knows, uh, so be it. Okay, go. Like I can't do anything. That's the scene of AoE2. You have these players that just choke you at every elo. That was a very aggressive move. I mean, I was able to defend against his early scout rush very well, but obviously that costed me a lot of things. And by the looks of it, I think this guy played by perfection. So he even had monk rush with knights and then siege and towers. Like what? Come on, I am not able to do this kind of planning. This has to be a serial pro, one of those. And he also did iron casting and forging. Dude, the quantity of APMs these guys must have. I am not here to compete with that. So I just watch and see what else I could do in this game. And the answer is absolutely nothing. You could just do nothing. I could just watch them. There's this watchtower, but literally I was just a spectator in this game. In normal conditions, if this would be a normal player, you would just have a castle, a few knights here, and that's it. Not this kind of craziness. And in that case, I would just make a ram, counter the castle, and the castle would be in range of my rams to protect the rams. So even if conks would try to hit the rams, I could hit the conks. That would be the normal play. But look, this here, no, that's calculated. The guy fully calculated a specific army. So it's a dude that even went for the forward gold. That's a pro. That's a pro player. Guaranteed, he's above 1,000 euro. That's not his real euro. These dudes they're not who they claim to be. This player is strong. So I said to him, yeah, okay, bro. I'm doing conks here. Literally, I was choked. This is not a game I could win. I mean, even if I would decide to resist and face the onslaught of the mangonels and the castles and the knights, this is the type of players that have nothing to do with the second type of player. You see, you have either elite pros playing against you, or you have just the regular ones who, who don't even know a few things, and you're comfortable. That's okay. Before there was this rule of just play, but the rule of just playing does not apply. If the games you're going to play, you're going to find these elite players in low elo accounts. They're using alt accounts. We all know it. There's no need to hide that. So what you do? what you do is just you play against them because there's nobody else. And I tell you guys that yeah, the ladder is a monopoly of top elite players where they're switching from one account to the other. It's the scene. It's the scene of the game. But you know, we play for the sake of the game and not for the sake of elo ability. You know, I I already made that clear. Because you know, even look, for me personally, even when I watch other streamers, it's not I watch because I expect them to win the game. I watch them anyways. I don't demand them to win, and I couldn't care less if they don't win the game. The most important thing is that they're trying, and if they're honest, they're putting their efforts, and that's what matters. You know, effort is for me the coin, not not realization, because we already know that this game, you if you're not a top elite pro in the ladder, you're going to be steamrolled most of the time, unless there's there's a few accounts which are queuing with you to boost you. In that circumstance, you just are going to have a very difficult time. But I'll keep the good principle of, you know, some GLHF and whatever. You know, it doesn't cost anything. You, I don't get richer for saying good luck, have fun. But it's something that I feel okay doing it.
علوف جمع کن.
Or should I say, yes, it enriches you as a person in terms of it's a gratitude thing. Oh, there's a lot of sheep here. You know, just to the sake of finding sheep here already makes this game interesting. Now tell me, where do I find that when I'm playing marbles on stream? I'm not going to find that. League of Legends? Man, that game too is... Ugh. League of Legends. Not by a chance. I have to probably dock. I feel this map has docks around.
سلام صحیح.
Why not playing arenas as well? But you know, arenas are going to be clowned as well. He's scouting me already. Interesting.
صحیح. معمار آماده. آری علوف جمع کن.
A good thing that I didn't do something bad here, so otherwise it would be worse. Doing houses. I know he's around here. There's stone. There are berries. He doesn't have a mill yet.
صحیح میکنم. صحیح. علوف جمع کن.
The town center must be here. Okay, we got it. And unloomed villagers. One sheep for me.
آماده. آری
Need to make a house.
سلام کنم.
Let's do that.
آری
I'm terrible on this type of maps, random maps. I'm not the player who studies and practices strategies for random maps.
سلام
علوف جمع
آری
شکارچی
سلام علوف جمع کن آری صحیح کنم آری کنم سلام شکارچی آماده آماده
Got
صحیح
that.
آری
میکنم
معمار آماده
Don't know if there's any fishing around. Maybe there is.
آری شکارچی
The guy is 2 tons
سلام
for
آری
farms,
صحیح
right?
علوف
میکنم
جمع کن چوب بر
Do you have any other boar around? Or it's just one boar? 'Cause if it's just one boar, it's going to be a problem.
آری
صحیح میکنم
آری
I'll just make a dock.
معمار
I don't lose anything by trying that.
سلام سلام صحیح معمار آماده
There is a reasoning why I go for a dock, and
Ari?
well,
Sahi.
if there's
آری
water,
چوب بر
that
سلام
means there
معدنچی
might be fish.
معمار
And yes, I think there are fishes, but
آری
perhaps not everywhere, I think. Well, here, for example, there is fish. But what if there's just 1 or 2 fish spots and not that many?
آماده کنم آری میکنم چوب بر آری آماده سلام آری چوب بر آماده صحیح میکنم چوب بر
There's going to be a scout rush. I think it smells like that. And if there's going to be a scout rush, I don't think it's a good idea to
Salam. آری معمار سلام
he's
آماده
watching. Gold. He's going for gold. Is he loaned? Yes, he's loaned. Oh, I like this guy.
صحیح
Just due to the fact that
آری آری صحیح کنم
this guy is cynical.
آری آماده
صحیح
سلام صحیح آماده آری
صحیح
آری
چوب
چوب
بر
بر آماده سلام سلام
صحیح
چوب بر آماده
میکنم
معمار سلام تعمیرکار آری
آری
چوب
صحیح
بر چوب بر تعمیرکار تعمیرکار آری سلام آری آماده آری صحیح تعمیرکار آری چوب بر سلام صحیح چوب بر آماده چوب بر آری معدنچی سلام
This is going to be a
آری
problem.
صحیح کنم چوب بر سلام آماده آری چوب بر صحیح
The guy actually has.
سلام آری آماده آری صحیح کنم سلام آماده آری
صحیح
سلام فرماری آری
صحیح
آری
صحیح
آماده
آری
آری
صحیح
آری آری سلام آری صحیح فرمان کنم آماده آری صحیح کنم صحیح سلام آری آماده آری صحیح آری میکنم
I have to get rid of them.
سلام آری آری آماده آری سلام
میکنم
آماده آری
آری صحیح
آری صحیح معدنچی سلام
Oh, this guy is a pro player.
آری
He's harassing me well. In a good way because he knows.
صحیح چوب بر سلام سلام آری میکنم آماده
میکنم
بر
And because I'm open, this map doesn't allow for effective walling.
سلام
The guy who attacks first wins the game. It's a race, and the guy who races the fast wins the game. That's how simple.
آماده سلام معمار آماده
You know, I don't like open maps for some reason, and this is one of such reasons. And I know I made this demo ship.
آری صحیح معمار
At least I killed one of those.
آری سلام
معدنچی چوب بر معدنچی سلام
آری صحیح
Understand that I'm playing essentially a game to lose.
معمار
That's how the play will go. Because in order for me to play a game to win, I need the
صحیح آری
آری صحیح کنم صحیح کنم
میکنم آری رو به
Well,
جمع
that was not a bad engagement.
معمار
Again,
معمار آری سلام معمار آماده
معمار
more spears.
آری معدنچی آماده سلام
صحیح علوف
آری
جمع
سلام
Text cannot be researched if I'm under this kind of pressure. You know, those vital texts I'd like to have. I've lost 2 vills because, you know, I've been attacked non-stop. Now I cannot produce anything. Well, I can do archers.
علوف
That's something I can do.
جمع کن
More spears.
آماده کنم معمار
The game is over once he starts to come with knights.
سلام صحیح میکنم صحیح کنم آری صحیح میکنم
Now, I cannot wall this around. It's unfeasible.
آری معمار
Literally unfeasible.
آری معمار سلام آری کنم معمار آری صحیح آری آمدنچی معمار صحیح
سلام معمار
آری صحیح آری کنم صحیح برد
The spear's out.
علوف جمع کن
Ships.
سلام آماده
آری آماده علوف جمع کن
Lost that.
سلام آری کنم معمار آری علوف جمع کن
Let's attack. Though he has already a market, so not very well inclined for it. The result.
آماده معمار سلام
سلام چوب معمار
He's going to come with knights, and against knights you cannot defend. Unless I would have camels, but what can I do? He's got 2 stables already.
آری کنم معمار
Already knights, my goodness. He's queuing them fast. Mass production of knights. Knights. Oh my god, what is he up to? I feel he's going to wall me non-stop. Everything is maximized in terms of efficiency here.
آری صحیح معمار
He wants to do a massacre.
آماده صحیح معمار آماده صحیح چوبور
It's come. I can't do anything. I'm choked.
آری صحیح
That's a pro. That's a pro. You saw how quickly he moved his units away.
آری صحیح
This always a pro sign.
آری صحیح چوبور معمار سلام
Of course, I'm not going to give up. But look, I can't catch these.
آماده
He's towing me, and he's going to produce more knights because he's on the upper age, and I'm not.
معمار
The time I start to produce camels, I will face problems. See how quickly he moves. No. He doesn't move that fast, actually. Boom! Got that.
آماده
Camels and town centers. Let's do that.
معدنچی
Holy crap. We are going to need more wood, and I don't have a market.
معمار
I have to do this. There's just no other possibility for me. Look at his score. It's increasing fast.
آماده صحیح چوبور
I will try to protect this area, but the knights are messing, and I don't have anything to counter that.
سلام
I can do this. I will do it. Town center.
سلام
صحیح
Can't do a monastery yet. Just not
آماده
enough.
آری صحیح معمار آری کنم سلام کنم
I might do a castle here, my guys. I mean, I would not be surprised.
معمار
آماده سلام چوبور آری چوبور
More fish?
سلام صحیح میکنم معمار
Is he collecting relics already? No.
آری معمار
I'm trailing behind in terms of villagers, and I think he can attack me at any time,
معمار
because he has the advantage.
آری معمار
As I told you, castle drop, and castle drop. Now this game is impossible. He's cornering me in my own stone, stopping me from.
سلام معدنچی
There's nothing I can do here. Now he's going to castle drop and castle drop. You know, it sounds like it could be the same player than before. I tell you that these players usually
آری سلام
exit
معمار
from one account,
آماده
and as soon as after that they queue on another account. It's usually what they do. I think this is a game I can't win. I feel like, because if it would, I would not have like 8 knights and E coming exactly near my stone. So that.
آماده معمار آری معمار
I feel he's going to castle drop me.
سلام
Where can I expand? I need wood, I have lost villagers. Every single time this guy was
صحیح چوب بر
pressuring me. the game is lost already. The score difference starts to be too unsurmountable. Too hard game, and this guy's a pro. He is.
سلام میکنم آری میکنم
It's not that I'm grieving. It's just that it's too impossible. This doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a game that I can fight. You know, there you keep doing this that. It would be a third castle drop and a fourth. I just can't do that. You know, I can fight with my tools. I can't fight with. Uh, it's too hard for me. So that's why I say that the this this kind of player, this elite pro player, he's demanding too much. Um, I just cannot defend against this. The only way for me to defend would be to already have a solid economy and not lose any villagers, and that's exactly why I usually close myself around, because since I'm not the fast clutching dude, I'm not the fastest guy. Come on, the way I used to win this game is with tactical plays. So I don't go the fastest Imperial Age. I don't press the fastest clicks, but at least I know how to use my units, and that's where I can actually gain something. And you see here, 8 plus 2. It's just no. Yeah, I could do a castle at best, but when I would do a castle, the guy would imp 1, 2, 3 town centers already, and I was still on my second town center. You cannot win in a villager race. The games usually like this are very much fixed, and the thing is, because I fished, the imbalance was not that bad. Otherwise, I would be like 2000 on score. This is exactly what happened to, allowed me to make a few camels, but I didn't even have time to make basic upgrades. When I don't have time to make basic upgrades, it signals you the intensity of the game. So another of these games that I can't win. That's how it is. And I know some people just like to, it is. They queue with you to see what you do, but since they know that you cannot do a lot or you can't do anything, you lose. And so that's what I do. I In those games I simply refuse to fight. I say, okay, it's impossible. Most of the games are. And the same happens when playing team games. When you're playing the so-called 4v4s, usually it's impossible because the scene is dominated by pro players who have all the tricks. And when you don't have the tricks, of course, you just the only thing you can do is watch. You can play a little bit if you're good, you can resist a little bit, and that's it. You see, there's literally nothing you can do. Now I'm playing against American player playing Vikings.
معماری صحیح.
Well, or at least a profile, which is Vikings.
آماده
علوف جمع کن. سلام علوف جمع کن.
سلام علوف جمع کن
I tell you, when you're playing against pros 10 times in a row, you're going to lose 10 times in a row. That's how you get to very low elos, or how you get to zero elos. It is as simple as that. So for those people who think that low elo are trash, well, it's a lie, because you have, big pros playing with alt accounts and low elos, and even mid elos.
آماده علوف
So
جمع کن.
naturally, everybody else is going to be trash compared to elite pros who are going to use those alt accounts. You get it? And that's one of the reasons you should not use elo as your gateway to see, okay, this guy has high hilo, I will watch it. This guy has low hilo, I will not watch it. That's not how this should be.
آری علوف جمع کن
You should watch and what concerns the game,
آری
people that you like, people you feel to support. It's a bit like
سلام
football. It's not because that club is number one or number two or number three that you're going to support that club and forget about anything else. I mean, if your cup of tea is other clubs, even if they're the lowest tier leagues, go for it.
آری
Go for it.
آماده
علوف جمع کن
I think that's how sports should be. It's because otherwise, if sports is just supporting the top two or the top three and everybody else is trash, then I think we are degrading the concept of sportsmanship itself. And I tell you guys, if I have difficulty playing against these Smurfs versus or alt accounts, imagine
آماده
how a new
علوف جمع
player
کن
must feel. You know, a person without any experience in AoE2.
چوب
They'll obviously feel very intimidated.
معمار
They will not play the game. That's the point. I mean, unless they don't mind to lose games in a row.
آماده صحیح معمار
Very good play by the previous player with doing the Teuton castle drop.
سلام
I mean,
آماده
آری
I know this is when I play the team games and all those things. So I know the strengths. And from a strategic point of view, employing the knights and also using
آری شکارچی
the
سلام
castle drop is a very
آماده
effective thing to do.
آماده
You just
سلام
the forward castle
آری
by the Teutons is literally a very strong argument.
شکارچی
آماده
It's an
شکارچی
indefensible one, in fact. So, guys, even win or lose, I hope you enjoy
آماده شکارچی
this scene, which is a very hard one, by the way, because
آری سلام
AoE2 is, I would say, a very niche and close community where
سلام آری چوب برد
if you're here more than 10 or 15 years ago, you already have a
آری
leverage compared to everybody else.
سلام
So
شکارچی
it's a bit like you come to a high school and everything is already set up.
آماده
It
شکارچی
doesn't matter what you do,
آری شکارچی
you're always an outsider.
سلام
That's my case.
علوف جمع کن
But
آماده
you know, this is a game I like, so I play it.
آری علوف جمع کن
I don't
آماده
say
شکارچی
everybody is negative, but
آری
you see this
سلام
kind of,
سلام
شکارچی
صحیح
perhaps because of the
آماده.
extreme competitiveness at the top.
شکارچی
So anybody who comes here on the game is perceived with mistrust. If he's not a noob waiting to be crushed, everybody's just going to look at, no, no.
معدنچی
So things are a little bit.
معمار
There is
Salam,
toxicity, sure, but I just want to tell you I'm not part of that climate.
معمار
I play with my own style, with my own virtues and defects, and
سلام
at least it's authentic. So when you watch my games, you know that I'm not going to deceive you. You know, I'm not going to say I'm playing on a on a 1 euro account using with my 2000 euro gameplay skills. I'm just playing with whatever skills I have,
آری میکنم
whatever rusty skills I may have
معمار
at this point.
آماده علوف جمع کن
سلام آری معدنچی شکارچی
And sure, of course, I could be coming at better times of day,
آری
but
شکارچی
you
آماده
know, when one faces a hellhole of life for at least 1 month, and it has been a crazy month
آری شکارچی آماده
since
آری
the first or second week of February for me.
سلام
علوف جمع کن
You just do what you can.
آماده آری سلام شکارچی آماده آری 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 شکارچی
آری
Good thing would be to start rolling around.
سلام
It's so bad when I have to wall around. What if this is just a big forest Michi-like thing? I don't think so. It's best not to count on that.
سلام معمار
آری
No, it's not.
صحیح
This map is open.
آماده صحیح معمار
آری سلام
We loom and we go up.
سلام چوب
We
صحیح
also add houses
معمار
and we go up.
آری معمار آماده معمار سلام معمار
سلام صحیح آری چوب
آری آری چوب
آری صحیح چوب صحیح
Let's house wall here as well.
معمار سلام آری علوف جمع کن آماده بعدن چی معمار
آماده معمار سلام آری معمار آماده آری
This is open.
معمار
سلام معمار
سلام آری صحیح
One villager places the foundations, the other places wall foundations, the other does buildings. That's how I think
معمار
doing this.
آماده آری معمار
آماده صحیح آری معدنچی آری معمار سلام
آماده معمار سلام معمار
Farms.
آری
آماده صحیح
Need more villagers on
آماده
wood.
معمار
That's
آری
too little for me.
معمار
سلام آری صحیح
One villager I can send here.
سلام آماده صحیح
And
معمار.
let's close this section.
معمار آری صحیح سلام معمار
آری میکنم
This can still be open.
سلام
I think it is.
آماده معمار
سلام صحیح آماده
We need farms.
معمار
No way to play around. We can't just ignore that.
معمار آری آماده معمار آری معمار
آری آماده معمار سلام صحیح چوب معمار
سلام
آماده آری چوب
Another lumber camp would be good here.
آماده صحیح
That's what I'm going to do.
معمار
Ah. Got him. That's bad for him. We got him.
آری معمار
Oh, there.
آماده معمار
That
سلام
is unacceptable.
آری معدنچی
We need a market.
معمار
سلام چوب برد
No.
آری کنم سلام آری
He's going to do more of those. Disgusting.
سلام آری
A forward barracks near my base. What's that?
آماده معمار
آماده
میکنم.
آری صحیح معمار سلام
Oh, this guy's annoying.
معمار
He's forcing us to
آماده
do a defensive thing.
معمار سلام صحیح آری
آری صحیح سلام
What is this?
آری صحیح
سلام میکنم. آماده آری
آماده
We need arms.
آماده آری آری صحیح میکنم.
You know what I will do?
آری
I will attack the tower with the vills.
آماده صحیح آری سلام صحیح میکنم
صحیح سلام
That's a good move for me.
آری صحیح آماده آری میکنم صحیح میکنم صحیح آری صحیح آری آری آماده
صحیح
That's a GG for him.
آماده
میکنم
آری
He must have scored base.
سلام
سلام آماده معمار
آری معمار
آری آماده معمار سلام میکنم.
Market.
معمار
آری
Blacksmith.
صحیح
Oh, shit. We already have a market. Really messy what this guy was doing.
آری صحیح آماده آری سلام آری آری معمار
سلام میکنم معمار
آماده سلام میکنم. معمار
آماده میکنم معمار
آری.
آری معمار
سلام معمار
Going to lose the archery range.
معمار
Bad business for him.
آری
That cannot be. Holy shit. That is... This is disgusting.
آری صحیح آماده
آری سلام آری
This is disgusting what he's doing. We need to go up.
آری
سلام آماده آری صحیح میکنم آری صحیح
آماده آری سلام
Let's fight with skirmishers, the skirmishers with archers.
آماده
And I'll start to do more of
آری
these.
صحیح معمار
Stable.
آماده سلام
I need stone, not mining stone. That's a problem.
معمار
صحیح
آماده
معمار
سلام معمار
Good. I cannot pass. Whoever was this guy, he's cloning it well.
تعمیرکار آری کنم صحیح آماده آری کنم معمار
literally the
سلام.
next thing that came to my mind.
معمار.
آماده آری میکنم
آری
And
معدنچی
gold.
معدنچی.
You cannot compromise that.
آماده. صحیح. آری.
بجنگید. آری حمله. فرمان. آری کنم. آماده.
سلام. آماده.
آری کنم.
He's going somewhere. Aha. There's a passage here.
سلام
سلام.
صحیح معدنچی
God.
آری. آری کنم. آری کنم.
آری. آماده. معمار.
Archery range. Let's keep pumping the knights out.
آری. آری. فرمان. آری.
Best villagers.
آماده
It's bad
کنم.
for you. You're going to lose more.
سلام. آری. صحیح. معمار.
آری. فرمان. آری کنم.
Where are his farms?
آری کنم.
He's getting something. Ah,
فرمان. کنم. آری.
there you go.
آری. آری. میکنم. حمله. آری. بجنگید. آری. بجنگید. آماده. میکنم. حمله. آری. حمله. آری. آری کنم. حمله. فرمان. حمله. آری. 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 بجنگید. آری. بجنگید.
We need knights here out. Faster.
آری. آری کنم.
Good.
سلام.
Farms.
معمار. آری. معمار.
فرمان. آری کنم. آری.
More knights.
آماده.
Things are going bad for worse for him. Bad to worse.
معمار سلام معمار
آری.
Your Viking economy is not gonna help. Killing vills non-stop. Now he's losing a lot of vills. No way you can recover from this. You can be smart, but you're not that smart.
آماده.
I mean, you cannot fully stop this. Yeah, he's done.
آماده. سلام.
Some finishing touches here.
صحیح معمار
آری.
You still have to kill the remaining villagers. The guy's grieving or what? What is he doing? What's the point?
آماده
Oh, I think we have to
معماری
assist.
معمار
سلام معمار
آماده معمار
فرمان آری
It felt strange. The guy either
معمار
آماده معمار
stopped playing or
آماده
what?
معمار سلام
معمار
Why would you?
آری معمار
I mean, I did stop his plan, but
آماده معمار
there must be something.
معمار
I don't know what the guy is doing. If he's
معمار
for me, the guy is grieving, man, because there's nothing.
آری معمار
آماده
معمار
آری کنم
What the guy's up to, man?
حمله
Yeah, sure. Let's go for the corners of the map. I feel the guy is literally annoying on purpose. It has to be somewhere. Finally,
فرمان
he's dead. He's dead. We found his vills. He had a lot of vills, by the way.
سلام معمار
آری معمار
آماده
He keeps adding things. That's because he still has another wonder camp. I don't think so.
آری
Wait, I think I saw his core moving,
آماده
which means he still has villagers.
فرمان
I don't have any problems. I will
آماده
steamroll him.
معمار
آماده
You know,
معمار
since he's not giving up.
سلام
Nah. So he was just toying or annoying. I would say GG because he had nothing. You were grieving until last minute with no villagers, but I would not quit. Your tower push was interesting, but it failed as I had some tools already. I decided to wall myself around, expecting a potential scout rush, but the guy decided to go for a different thing, a tower rush with first spears, and I was lucky because I spotted his a tower being built, but at the time it was just 2 or 3 vills. Not the typical game. I want to see what he was doing. This raise mines. Let's watch him. There's sometimes some interesting things you learn about these players. I'm not sure if he was salty when he decided to stay for a long game and he was no longer producing any vills. But you know, it was his choice. Making villagers. Let's accelerate because what matters is to see the plan the guy came up with. Oh. Scouting the whole map. Yeah, for sure. That sounds a good plan. How would you call yourself raise mines? That still is a befuddling thing. Confuses me a little bit. Getting the boars. I mean, so far this looks good. Agree with the houses. Yeah, sure. Oh, he went for a villain outdoors. I went for two of them at least. Lumber camp in the back. And another board. Okay. Oh, an interesting element. The guy is scouting all the corners, like making a square, right? Parallel of a quadrilateral, right? And as usual, I'm not moving very far away from my base. I'm kind of scouting circular and not much, not much more after that. Here, this guy. I just want to know how this guy decided to come. If he already was there by Dark Age with his villagers, or if he only came by Feudal Age. So it was Feudal, right? Then he made the mill. I mean, at this time, when this game, I was Feudal first. I thought, okay, I'm going well. I'm finishing this wall. Stable is about to complete. Then it became like a nightmare. That's the part that confuses me a lot. Like how a player who is like significantly behind, kind of 27, 30, I even had more villagers than him, and the game became crazy. So, in a way, I was surprised. However, since the guy pushed and he committed a lot of his villagers to his push, then it's natural if you lost. Once you lose those villagers, you cannot recover economically after some time. So in the long-term game, if I manage to resist that very intensive push in the next 5 minutes, then I would recover late game. Very smart, a forward barracks. And now here, to his misfortune, my scout was about to come out. Still, he would be able to build his barracks, as you can see. And a tower. The guy is also mining stone, mind you, and I was not doing that at the time. A good strategy though. They were loomed, and here I clown a little bit with my scouts. The barracks completed. I knew that the barracks was here, by the way. I was more busy getting this villager. I mean, getting two villagers is always good. The problem is that the Vikings get wheelbarrow for free and instantly researched, and I didn't have that. So if he didn't have the wheelbarrow, his villagers would not produce that fast, and also they would move a little bit slower. I got another one, but then I will lose scouts. And here comes the second wave of villagers. 4 more villagers. I think he lost 3, so 3 plus 4. If he loses these, that will be 7. This is like another strategy, I say, that the player rehearsed. I would not exactly call this a copy pasta, because he's not just coming for villagers plus towers. He's sustaining his push with some military, and only after he comes with an archery range. Now, I think that's tricky. When you see a tower like this that is well defended, and you don't want to lose your villagers, you're obviously forced to do a tower of your own. I usually do this playing arena lessons or similar, where, for example, if a player does a castle, you have to do a counter castle close. He was getting 4 farms, and I had more farms. Villagers on wood. This tower came right on time. It's true that I had to commit a lot of villagers to make it, but you know, my enemy would be losing these vills. I would also be using support archers. Now he would lose his spears. Losing 2 or 3 spears is not that much, but if you lose your entire army of spears, then you're losing all the resources you committed. That's 35 food at least, so if you have, let's say, if you have 10, that's 350. If you have 5, that's like 125, right? Yes, off. Yeah, that's still his food. He has lost his source to recall his spears. Good fight here with my villas. And the archers down the tower. This is something usually new players cannot attempt. Oh, sure. He's fighting my archers, but I have enough archers, the spears will die. I also lost vills, right? But he will lose more vills than me. This is an irrecoverable loss for him. With 30 vills versus 39, that's already sufficient for me to get the lead. And here I thought I would finally get fresh air, a breath of fresh air, and I would finally start to play without any hindrance. How wrong was I? How wrong would I happen to be? And more villagers coming. Another wave. I mean, is this crazy? I think it is. And I didn't know. At the time I was looking at this scene. No, not the log. I couldn't even see it, you know? It was not in my fog report. Now, a single tower would not have been a problem. I could just send my villagers here. Simple. The problem lies in what's going to come after. Here. A second tower, look closely, also skirmishers, 1 tower defending this tower, and you know, towers with the last upgrades now have 8 range, that's significant. I'm going to lose vills as well, but you know, I tried to deny this tower. I realized the danger, because After the second tower, I would probably have a third and a fourth. I understood what was coming. That bill died as well. No. Insane. You see, he literally recovered. No problem. Oh, he loses that. And I finally decide to use my villagers against the skirms. Villagers are okay against skirms. The problem is this pesky tower. I know I have archers only, and archers against skirms usually do not fare that well. Very annoying little skirmish between me and Red. This was obviously a defensive measure. Should he decide to come and make a house? No, should he decide to come and make another tower, either where the house is located or this vicinity, he would suffer. He would not be able to come here. He would have first have to destroy the house. Now he's getting idle time because villagers are in. But then this very smart tower, by the way, because if I would decide to attack, then this tower would defend. Skirm dies. And now Castle Age, of course, because I didn't commit that many villagers, unlike him, so obviously much less idle time, and also I did not lose that many villagers. The two things add up. In strategy games, everything is compounded. I'm sure he was about to build a third tower. And one of the things that crossed my mind was, would he be going to close another place? Because actually there were other spots I could get in. Even if by some circumstance he would place a house, a building, or all this, then I could still go the other way around. There would be no problem. But my line of sight was actually not that much. I didn't explore that much. And so I just thought, if you can get through here, just get through here. I used this thing. That was not much of an importance by now. That was no longer an important thing. And the idea was to try to sneak knights. I think that by sneaking knights, that would be fine. And killing bills. Without losing my knights, preferably. Forcing him to do a little bit of micro. Try to save my knight for another strike. Here, well, things actually went a little bit out of control for him. He started to lose vills, and I don't know what he was doing, if he was still playing. Well, still he was. He rang the town bell, but I managed to kill a lot of vills. 27 vills. That was GG. This was a GG moment for him. Yet he decided to stay. I think a little bit of a clown. Killing vills in a merry-go-round situation. I mean, once the knights are out, there's nothing you can do. They have three pierce armor defense. I kill the skirmishers. And I also kill this field. Was he playing at this stage? It doesn't seem that he was playing from this point on. Maybe he realized that the game was lost and just decided to let it go. It feels like he was AFK. No, he was AFK. You see, there was a point where I thought, why isn't he reacting? He's not even castling. Nothing. My goodness, why these players are so salty when you win the game? I mean, it would be fair to get a GG, right? No, they cannot use their clown strategy and they get grumpy. They get grumpy like you denied their sweets. My goodness. The rest is history. I thought he was sneaking villagers into any corner of the map. Luckily he didn't. But then I had to spend time looking at his vills. Only after I deleted all the military, I think, the towers not built still not count as military buildings, and the blacksmith as well, but only after destroying military buildings and all units, he resigned. So he was grieving. This is grieving, my friends. I'm sorry, but eh, the guy was salty. Why do we see these two types of attitudes in AoE2? Either uh, a guy wants to play on his alt account to steamroll noobs or to steamroll players with much less skill than them, or if they cannot have their way with their clown strategy, they just grieve until the end. I mean, we could do better. I think we really could do better. I don't resort to that, but that was the unfortunate case of this player, right? He was not even playing. Yes, he rang the town bell, but from that point on, nothing. And if I would be in his position, I would just say GG a long time ago. Let me think if it makes sense to continue the session. I will finish with a last team game, and just for discoverability purposes, because by the way, I think when you're using the Twitch algorithm, nobody cares literally, unless they're watching at the same time, and I might just upload this particular session into YouTube. Uh, it's short of 3 hours, but real time gameplay does not necessarily correspond to the time you see here because there are stream transitions, and I also comment. A part of this time is commenting either past matches or just looking at one or two things in past games. And now I think we'll wrap the session with a team game, right? Now I know how the team games go around here, but that's what I will do, so that at least we get a flavor, a little bit of everything. And let's see how this goes. Team games are obviously much easier, mm, even if you get steamroll or the the logic of things you need to do, the efforts, the planning usually requires. Um, it doesn't require that much of a toll from you, and that's why probably a lot of people do play. Yes, 999. Yeah, sure. I couldn't care less. What matters is that um, I've been also playing 1v1s, and in a way, it's just so that you can see what happens in the ladder at least. And you have usually two types of games: mega impossible or eventually accessible. And also, well, a third type of game, easy, but that's rare. Most games are mega impossibles, and eventually there would be a would-be difficult game or impossible, but if you do a few things right, you might correct it. That was the case of the previous one, where the guy came with a very powerful tower drop, well sustained, and with that I just could not fight that simply. So we're going to finish with a let's say another this game of Shipwreck, one or two, because if this game is too short, then of course we do another one, but if the game is long enough, then we keep it. And I'll save the stream. Probably I will upload this on the YouTube page, so at least you get a flavor, because if I put things on Twitch and they're kept there, eventually, yeah, they stay for a bit of time, but then they disappear, and like everything happens as if the games never took place. Of course, they took place, but then you cannot watch them.
سلام آری
What we're going to do? Well, we're going to do town center. We just need to know where to place it. I think I'll place it here. Guy's probably going to place a town center on the outside. That's his choice. Yellow. They have good civs, so I don't know. I don't know. This will be trickier to do, just to do a rush.
آری علوف جمع کن معمار
I need a house as well. Wait, there are pigs. There are pigs outside. Oh, that's good. I'm not very
آماده
I'm not very used to play these maps. I played one or two of these shipwreck maps, not more. Try to find out more pigs. Sometimes I find them. I will send also a pig to this guy. Now I'll keep it myself because I need more pigs to make eventual knights.
آری
Scouting for pigs.
معمار آماده جمع کن
At least we're finding them. They're scattered. That's the point. Hunting grounds. Oh, that is a good thing.
آری صحیح سلام علوف جمع کن آری علوف جمع کن
Villagers. I always like to hear that sound in this map. Yes. I want the piggies. I want the piggies. Here. I want the piggies. The beautiful pigs.
سلام صحیح آری صحیح آری میکنم
Got one.
صحیح
I got one.
آماده میکنم آری آری میکنم آری آماده
Time to loom our veils.
سلام آری
Yep.
میکنم آری صحیح آری صحیح میکنم
And you know what I will do? I will do just that, my friends. I mean,
معمار صحیح کنم معمار
bad boy. No gold for badly behaved boys. No gold for you. No, no. No, it's not gonna happen.
معمار معمار
I'm just coughing. No,
آری
I'm still okay.
جمع کن. معمار
آماده سلام
Just look at this.
صحیح.
Isn't it beautiful? The gold is finally well protected. It'll be well conserved for the
سلام.
next 5 minutes at
معمار.
least. Behold the gold in the museum.
آماده آری کنم
Wonderful. This is
آری سلام. معمار
آری صحیح آری میکنم
that is so bad.
صحیح آری کنم صحیح آری
That was blue over there. So the guy is Muisca.
آری صحیح
He could be doing other things.
آماده.
آری علوف جمع کن
We got the pigs. We could start to do
علوف
farms
جمع
too.
کن. علوف جمع کن. معمار
Or fishing. Yes, fishing could be a good thing.
آری
Let's do that.
صحیح. معمار
آماده صحیح صحیح
We keep exploring the map.
آری آری
We might find pigs.
آری علوف جمع کن سلام آری
علوف جمع کن.
آماده آری
Just with one single villager, we already forced this gold to be
آری صحیح
out of use.
آری
And here we also have gold.
صحیح
You know what I will do? Lock it as well.
معمار معمار آماده سلام معمار
آری
Blocking gold spots.
آماده. صحیح. آری
That's what you need to do here.
آری صحیح معمار سلام
Houses.
آماده.
آماده صحیح معمار
سلام. صحیح. معمار
I
آری
see.
صحیح. آری
سلام.
سلام. آری
آری آماده علوف جمع کن
آماده. آری صحیح. علوف جمع کن. آماده.
علوف جمع کن سلام آماده
علوف جمع کن. آری معمار معمار
Yes.
Yes.
آری صحیح کنم آری صحیح آری
آماده.
I got that.
آماده
آری
سلام
Over there.
آماده. آری علوف جمع کن.
If they decide to come, I will just garrison the town bell.
میکنم آری
Gifts, red. Gifts. Gifts. Red.
سلام آری صحیح آری میکنم
These are gifts. Use them. Aha! So,
آری کنم.
the guy's attacking that. Oh shit. That is an important thing. Right? Right.
علوفه جمع کن
So,
جمع کن
with that, he agrees. He agrees. If he's happy, I'm happy. I guess a blessing. I think he's referring him, the Almighty, of course.
سلام آماده
That's how all things come to be. But I doubt the bad things come to be by then. You know,
سلام معمار
because if you'd ask the creator if he wants evil and bad people, of course he
آری
doesn't.
میکنم معمار
If the creator is good, he doesn't. So these are flaws and I would say even aberrations of creation. But that is an entirely different matter.
آماده آری سلام معمار آری میکنم معمار 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 آری آری معمار آماده
It'll be more than fine here.
آری
And because I'm mean, I'm also going to add a tower.
سلام علوفه جمع کن
Uh-oh, I notice another problem. Wood. I will need to do a lumber camp
چوبور آماده چوبور
and probably they're watching this.
آری آری چوبور چوبور چوبور
This is bad. We're going to run out of wood.
آماده علوفه جمع کن
Blue is feudal now. I'm sure you'll find
Ori?
ways to get his gold. We all know that gold is
سلام آری
important at some point.
آری صحیح آری آری
Here,
آماده صحیح
eh,
آری سلام
Oh, that hurts.
آماده صحیح
Bullseye.
آری علوفه جمع کن سلام
Got him. I got him by the balls.
صحیح چوبور
Guy's going nowhere.
سلام
He had his water lily. I need wood desperately. I need a lumber camp and outside you have far more resources. Again, I tell you I'm inexperienced in what concerns this map. First thing I'll do is I'll build a lumber camp near the wood line.
آماده
I might even build a second lumber camp.
سلام
Great. The type of thing I wanted. I wanted two lumber camps and eventually some farms.
چوبور 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 معمار
I really was having wood problems here.
آماده
troops.
آماده صحیح معمار
If only I had got
آری کنم
some wood earlier, it would all be a little bit easier.
سلام کنم معمار آری علوف جمع کن سلام صحیح آری علوف جمع کن
And then the market,
آماده.
blacksmith, usual. To go up.
معمار
سلام آری معمار
Need to do scouts.
آری
آری
فرمان
سلام علوف جمع کن معمار
آماده سلام آماده
آری صحیح
سلام
آری علوف جمع کن
Now,
معمار
and we are thinking about going up at some point in time.
معمار
صحیح علوف جمع کن
آماده آری علوف جمع کن معمار
سلام آری معمار
After this,
آری
آری
میکنم معمار آری میکنم معمار آماده تعمیرکار معمار
closing this.
آماده
I
معمار
think it's a good choice.
آری
Uh-oh,
صحیح آری
this is a problem.
آری
This is a huge problem right now.
صحیح چوب برد
We don't have stone here. Oh, the stone is outside. Alright.
Yes.
Actually, skirm is
آماده
آری
to survive until then.
سلام.
صحیح آری کنم معمار
آماده صحیح معمار سلام
علوف جمع کن
آری
معمار
سلام
سلام معمار آماده معمار سلام آماده
آری صحیح
Great. These skirms.
آری
صحیح چوب برد آری
می‌کنم.
سلام
معمار
+1.
آماده
آری. آماده.
آری معمار
آری آری آماده آری کنم
Rams.
فرمان آری کنم آری
معمار
losing bells.
آری آری حمله میکنم آری آری کنم حمله آری جنگی آری کنم حمله آری کنم بجنگی آری کنم حمله آری کنم آری آری کنم حمله میکنم آری کنم آری آری کنم بجنگی آری 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 میکنم حمله میکنم آری آری حمله آری کنم بجنگی آری کنم آری کنم آری حمله میکنی آری آری کنم حمله آری کنم آری
Need
آری
help here?
میکنم
We're too isolated
صحیح
in this
آری
place. We need to buy stone.
آماده
You
آری
have to buy things when you don't have them.
سلام میکنم
Barracks is an important upgrade.
آماده.
صحیح
سلام.
Death Imperial Age.
معمار
That's the Khmer.
آری آری آری
آماده کنم معمار سلام معمار
Upgrades.
آری آماده
معمار.
معمار
Let's get villagers outside. I'm kind of slow in this game
آماده صحیح
آماده.
آری میکنم
because
صحیح.
naturally this is not the map I'm used to play.
صحیح
I also have to buy stone to advantage. There's a greater degree of confusion when you're playing
معمار
this map.
فرمان آری
سلام. صحیح. معمار.
آری صحیح میکنم آری
آری. آری. صحیح. آری.
But I know stone.
آری. معمار.
سلام آری
آماده.
آری معمار
آری آری
If they have a castle here,
آری کنم
we are
آری
screwed.
آری کنم
آماده معمار آری
معمار.
آماده معمار
سلام. معمار.
Next time I'll play this map, it will be a little bit better. This is the second time ever I play this particular map.
آری کنم
سلام آری معمار معمار معدنچی
Finally, we're going after this stone.
آری صحیح کنم معمار
آماده. صحیح. معمار. آری. معدنچی. معمار. آماده.
get gold too.
معمار.
آماده صحیح معمار
آری. صحیح. معمار.
I'm prioritizing non-gold intensive
سلام.
upgrades,
آماده.
or
سلام.
doing at least the
آری
gold upgrades that can actually provide advantage, significant advantage. Like, for example,
آری میکنم
you do the upgrade of gold, but then you'll only be producing food units that benefit from that gold
سلام
upgrade.
معمار
آری. آماده. معمار. سلام. آری. آری. معمار. آری.
فرمان آری کنم آری کنم
سلام. معمار.
آماده سلام معمار آری صحیح معمار معمار
You could start to do trades. One market outside. So
آری. سلام.
I'll do that.
صحیح.
the game is very complicated
Memor.
in this map. Traps. Skills.
آری 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 کنم آری آری
آماده آری صحیح معدنچی
آماده. معمار.
They're coming.
آری.
سلام
معدنچی.
So in order to win this game, you really need to go outside after some point in time, just like yellow.
آماده. آری صحیح.
We need wood.
آماده. سلام میکنم. علوف جمع کن. صحیح.
آماده.
That castle is not going to last.
سلام. معمار. آری. صحیح.
فرمان آری آری کنم آماده آری
معمار.
It's an outpost. Or dragons.
سلام معمار.
سلام.
آماده. صحیح. معمار.
آماده. سلام. معمار.
آماده آری
Are these good against? We also limp.
معمار. آماده. معماری.
معمار.
سلام. معمار.
سلام معماری. معمار.
آری. صحیح.
Let's start the outside trade.
آماده.
I doubt it will work. You know, just for the sake of it, let's try it. Uh-oh.
آماده. معمار.
فرمان حمله آماده بجنگید آری کنم آری کنم فرمان آری
He scouts, he can do siege. No problem.
سلام.
سلام چوچو برد.
And remember camp
Memo.
over there.
آری. آری.
آری
میکنم
And let's start to oh, the elephants are actually countered by those Khmer things.
آری کنم
Uh-oh. What can I do against these? This does not look good.
آری کنم
What works against these?
آری کنم
Yeah,
فرمان آری کنم
what are these things?
آری کنم
آماده. آری. معمار.
سلام.
معمار.
Into them. The holes. You siege. Attack round. No, it doesn't want to use attack round.
آری.
معمار.
There is a possibility.
آمدنچی.
If we stay outside,
معمار.
سلام معمار. آماده.
صحیح.
آماده آری کنم
آری. صحیح. معمار.
فرمان
معمار. آری.
outside,
آری. معمار.
I think
معمار.
the houses are being destroyed.
صحیح. معمار. معمار.
آری
آری.
بجنگید آری آماده
آماده.
that escalated quickly. These things are too strong. Yeah. I just want to test them out. It's done. GG. They have the best civs here. The Muisca do have that spear thing. And I think the only thing that works is a massive heavy scorpions. That's the only possibility to get these down. Now, exceptionally, I will do another one because, you know, practice makes perfect. And in this particular game, I just played 2 times, and with new civs, it's an even more complicated game. I understand that you need to move outside first, and if you don't do it, you're going to stay behind. So now, yes, it's the last game. Different game now. I think we'll have a little bit more normal game here. Then we upload the session on YouTube just for a simple purpose, you know, not for anything else. Now this map, Lombardia, usually it's a very knit close team game where both teams are like very close to each other. Each of the members of the teams are close to each other. And you're supposed to cooperate with each of them. So you have to get your herdables fast and either expect to attack your enemies in feudal or go for castle age attacks. That's how it usually plays out. Or third possibility, you only attack by imperial age. And here, because one of our guys is Vietnamese civ, we can see the enemy town center's location, which is not very much relevant in this type of map, because we kind of guess each other where we are. In nomad map games, I would say this is an important factor, knowing where enemy town centers can be if you have a Vietnamese civ in your own team. But here, that doesn't make a lot of difference.
Don't point that thing at me!
آری میکنم
I mean, if this would be just one of those regular 1v1 sessions, sure, I would
آری به جمع کن
like stop after playing those 3 or 4 1v1s, whatever they take when they're long games, and that's it. But I also like to give a little bit of a sample of team games because the feeling is slightly different. Ooh. You see, we cannot hit those eagles. They, my God, what is this? That's damage what they do here. That's and it's because they did a lucky strike. It's not because they're genius. They happen to have the scout at the wrong place and the wrong time.
Yes.
We have to applaud players who are creative, and this is not creative. This is just eh. Ah,
Dadgum.
آماده
I don't care if yours is slightly a little bit higher. I would kill your eagle anyways. And might be time for revenge.
سلام
Of course, I got housed. You know, when things like this happen, that's called laming. You steal your opponent's
معمار
food sources very fast in the game. That's not something low elo, not low elo, inexperienced players do. To do that, it means you already are experienced.
آری
And very experienced, by the way.
سلام
A few years at least, I might expect that. There is a way to rescue this,
معمار
and that is remake a mill. In a way, these cows are salvageable. Let's go for Orange. He was the guy who stole our things.
آماده صحیح میکنم صحیح آری صحیح
I think now I'm stressing him out. That's so bad. He's getting food decay.
آری آری
This, Get that. Failed to do that last hit. It happens. Bit of a problem here. We need to wall a very large section.
Yes.
Blue is angry.
صحیح آری آری صحیح
Just need to get the board.
سلام معمار
Wait. Each thing in its time.
آری میکنم. معدنچی آری آماده معدنچی
That.
آری آری سلام
سلام آری چوب بر
آماده صحیح سلام آری
I want to make the gate, but
آماده آری
صحیح
that.
معمار آماده معمار
Gates.
آماده آری صحیح
Oh,
آری
that's a problem. We're still open here.
آری آری سلام میکنم چوب بر آری معمار آماده
آری کنم
It's open.
سلام
صحیح صحیح میکنم آری صحیح آری میکنم آری صحیح
The gate is open if you want to use it.
آماده چوب بر صحیح آری آری
And we also need to close this.
معمار معمار سلام
سلام
آری سلام آماده
آری صحیح آری شکارچی
آری میکنم چوب بر آماده
I think we'll be safe as long as I wall this around.
آماده
They will not come in.
سلام آری صحیح میکنم چوب
سلام صحیح معمار آماده
صحیح
آری
Wait. Just this. And
سلام
only then
صحیح
we do the other
آری
upgrades.
آماده چوب بر
آماده
Second lumber camp.
سلام آری
Oh,
شکارچی
sure.
آماده آری میکنم شکارچی
آری سلام
آری کنم
Sure, I'll take that.
معمار
Who doesn't?
آری معمار سلام صحیح
The
میکنم
war is important.
معمار آماده آری میکنم چوب بر سلام آری آری
We're closed.
آری میکنم سلام آری
آری معمار
آماده آری صحیح چوب بر
Get the
آری
stone.
معدنچی آری صحیح معمار
آماده معمار سلام آری معمار
آماده معمار آری سلام
معمار
آری معمار معمار
I'm
سلام
sorry, I'm not looking at the stage yet.
آری چوب بر
Still busy.
صحیح چوب بر صحیح
I got out.
معدنچی
I'm not getting gold.
سلام
You
آری
should.
معدنچی آماده میکنم صحیح آری آری سلام میکنم معمار آری میکنم معمار آماده
In the mine
صحیح
camp.
آری
We also need a mine
معدن
camp.
صحیح
Stone is
معمار.
of vital
سلام
importance.
معمار
معمار
Castle Age for Persians.
آماده معمار
آماده معمار آری معمار
It shows that I was affected, you know, with these this early Eagle Scout attack. And obviously I also had to all, which means additional extra time.
سلام معمار
Uh-oh,
آری میکنم
they're going for the tactical fast speed strike. And flying scouts are obviously stronger.
سلام صحیح معمار آماده آری کنم معمار معمار سلام
تعمیرکار
آماده آری
سلام معمار
آری کنم سلام صحیح آری صحیح آری
تعمیرکار
آماده میکار معمار آری
تعمیرکار میکنم.
آماده معمار آری معمار
فرمان آری کنم.
سلام
آری کنم. آماده کنم. فرمان آری 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 می آری آری کنم آری کنم آری کنم.
Yes.
معمار معمار
Stone is expensive.
آری
آماده آری
Let's not waste stone.
صحیح معمار
سلام معمار
فرمان آری آری
آری
This
صحیح.
economy,
آماده
stone is more expensive than oil. My God.
معمار آماده
We need to be savvy in the way we spend our things.
معدنچی
The late feudal can still play
آماده
good effects for a fast temp. Desperate red. He cannot get in, so he needs to switch sides.
Yes. Yes.
That's a stone wall. Knights now. So if we see knights, we might do stone walls. Okay.
معمار
Exceptionally, I will start to do stone walls.
آری صحیح معمار
سلام
So
صحیح
here, because you never know.
معمار
آماده معمار
Search this thing here. We have at least 2 mining camps working at the same time.
سلام میکنم
Much more
معمار
effective. The other markets. We have markets. Everybody needs to have markets at this stage. 12, not that much.
آماده کنم.
Yes.
Better market this. We have a much better market. Let's nail one.
آری آماده صحیح میکنم آری میکنم
Second
معمار.
town center.
سلام
Third town center.
معمار
Care with this.
آماده آری صحیح کنم آری
He's
Ari.
blocking.
میکنم
He's
صحیح
blocking the way, I think. That's why you cannot
معمار
use that.
آماده معدنچی معمار
Talking about blacksmith upgrades.
آری آری کنم. آری کنم. آری آری
The spears to help them.
سلام صحیح معمار معدنچی آماده معمار تعمیرکار معمار آری صحیح کنم معمار
Just in case. Let's do
Memo.
this too.
معمار آماده سلام معدنچی کنم معمار
آری
And we're booming. Finally. We're finally
سلام
booming.
آری صحیح
Another town center.
معمار
So we boom faster. Trade goods.
آماده معمار
آری صحیح معدنچی
آری معدنچی
آماده صحیح معمار سلام معمار
سلام آری معمار
سلام آری صحیح
going to farm
معمار
آری معمار
with these Viking archers. I will mass spikes. 3 barracks. I want to use them after all, right? That's why I need more barracks.
آماده آری معمار سلام معمار
آماده آری معمار معمار آری صحیح کنم معمار
آری صحیح آری چوچو آماده آری چوچو سلام معمار
Oh,
آری ماده آری فرمان
yum yum.
فرمان
Right?
ماده جنگی
Meat is back on the menu, boys. And if you know where that quote comes, points for you.
آری فرمان آری آری میپاری آری کنم آری میپاری حمله
Let's guard the monk. We don't want this wise man to be lost.
سلام صحیح معمار
آری معمار
Everybody in them now. We will end this one at some point in time.
ماده میپاری
Franks. That means paladins, paladins, paladins. That we need gold intensive economy and a lot of points. Also,
معمار آماده معمار معمار سلام
talking about gold intensive economy, we might actually do another of these markets.
معمار معمار معمار
آری صحیح
Universities.
معمار معمار
So let's click this. So now we'll
سلام آری معمار آری معمار معمار معمار
I'll prepare camels.
آماده معمار
Camels will be served.
آماده
We need 2 buildings, so the university is still not
آری
built.
صحیح
سلام معمار آماده صحیح معمار
Let's get another market in. What am I doing with my pikes?
فرمان
Nothing.
آری
آماده
I'm
صحیح
just
معمار
looking at the game.
معمار
I sometimes spectate games too,
Salam.
especially at
معمار
the end of the session.
آری 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 صحیح آری صحیح
Build your
سلام
stacks.
چوچو آری
Once I start to make the elephants out,
معمار
it gets stronger.
آماده صحیح معمار
Nice. That's nice.
معمار معمار
سلام
صحیح آری
میکنم
castle to be able to do it. The military is improving. Not good.
آماده معمار
And the camels. We got samurais. I cannot fight that. I cannot fight this. To fight samurais, I need elite warlords, which require an insane amount of gold.
معدنچی
And gold is something I don't have right now. The archers should be good against these things. They can switch. We look okay.
آماده چوب بر میکنم معمار
We got them.
آری صحیح معدنچی
معمار
سلام.
معمار
Let's spend at least one elephant. I started to plan with camels, you know. Heavy camels would work against the flying paladins or cavaliers. Or just cavaliers. My camels would be more than fun.
آری سلام صحیح آری صحیح معمار معمار
And here goes our first elephant. At least we managed to spam one of these Persian
صحیح
elephants.
معدنچی
If you'd give me like 2 more minutes,
آماده
we might start spamming that big army I like.
معمار
آری
سلام.
میکنم
Second castle. When the Persian War elephants come, there's no escape.
صحیح میکنم معمار آری
صحیح میکنم
Let's take this
Memo.
gold.
آری صحیح
I will go this caravanserai
معمار سلام آری
and a caravanserai.
Yes.
No, I cannot do that. They're messy units, that's why I'm gonna take my time.
آری آماده سلام صحیح آری صحیح آری
معمار
آماده آری سلام چوب بر صحیح میکنم
Now watch the Persian elephants spam like there's no tomorrow. Spamming good elephants. It's a very expensive investment. Yeah, sure, also the secondary upgrades. Now it's just a matter of 2 minutes before I have my mighty army completely ready to steamroll. The hardest part has been... No, maybe not. Ugh. That's what happens when I don't have some upgrades.
سلام معمار
And I thought that I really had it. I hadn't.
چوب بر آماده آری
I missed a few things.
سلام صحیح آری آماده
صحیح چوب
Let's add more wood. Another
سلام.
camp.
معمار آماده آری معمار
آری آماده
سلام آری آماده
Plenty of wood is required.
آری میکنم معمار سلام آماده سلام آماده
آری
معمار آماده
سلام
آری
آماده
صحیح چوب
More
بر
wood here.
معمار
Our elephants are still producing. It's just 19, but you'll have a lot more. Even against halbards, nothing will stop them.
سلام معمار
سلام معمار آری چوب معمار سلام آماده آری چوب
آماده معمار سلام معمار آری معمار آماده
Good army.
آماده صحیح آری
A very good army.
صحیح سلام آری معمار
Yes.
Yes.
Open way.
آری
I won't need anything.
معمار سلام آری
I'll just steamroll everything that comes in front of me.
سلام آری معمار آماده کنم معمار
That's not 50 farms, but will be more than well. And pushing.
آری میکنم معمار
Castle complete, but at what cost? Boom, boom. Nothing can stop
Yes.
the elephants. I could say something, but I'm not going to say anything. Oh! Switching to monks. And if you're switching to monks, I'm going to research devotion. Please clean everything. Clean everything. They're not going to know their way. Ah, you're messing your little monks. Yes. Not going to happen. Boom. Let's keep spamming more. I have devotion.
آمار
آماده
سلام
It's
سلام
not a problem.
صحیح
Not a a problem in the world. If Orange out of the game will become easy. Watch all these mess. Nothing can stop them. It's death. Researching some text just for the sake of researching them. Oh my god, if I research this, they will never be able to convert anything. Persians with faith. Are you crazy? Persians with faith and devotion. My elephants are...
You can resign again.
They're invincible under these conditions.
I need a monk.
Not even a monk will save them. I have faith. Literally. Being devoted. No? You want to do things, you do them well. Wonderful team unit. That's the kind of things I like. What are these spikes? They're nothing. They're like a little bit of stone. Like, you're throwing stone to a tank. There's a Panzer tank and nothing you can do to stop that. Of course I can do the mighty Savars as well. but Why to use Savars if you have even better units, such as these elephants? Elephants screaming everything. That's GG. Great. Of course. Patience is king with Persians. Break. I mean, these units are brilliant, but only by late game, and they require so much gold. It's a huge investment, so there's a sunk cost. You need to survive until then, but once you start to spam them, yes, that's why I traded non-stop. So it is a secret.
Yes.
You need to have your markets going very early, even since Castle Age. Okay, Imperial at best, but you need to trade as maximum as possible, and at least 50 gold, that's okay. Then you can start spamming your elephants. It will take less than 2 minutes once you have this, but only in team games. In 1v1s, this thing is much more complicated. It's not that simple. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. I'll put this video on YouTube, like a sample of this game, either for those who played, those who watch, and um, it's always nice to play this game, and I'll see you around. Have a great time. It was a wonderful session for me. Thanks.